you hand someone a textbook and say, okay, learn this textbook. Well, what if you took the heading of a passage, turned that heading into a question?
Yep.
Our brains love to solve problems. So by teaching students, instead of reading a statement that is your brain doesn't do anything, it's just like blah.
Yep.
You ask a question and your brain lights up. Your neurons in your brain that are the cells in your brain get excited.
Yes.
Now you're creating a pathway of learning.
That's right.
Right? So let's ask questions. Let's turn statements into a question, or a student asks a question, reframe it into another question. How do we go deeper? Often students will come to this level of, it's called Bloom's taxonomy, but we want to move students up this taxonomy to just basic information, whatever, but do they understand it? Can they comprehend it? And can they then apply it? So how do we help students not only learn and memorize words, but how do we make sure people understand, can comprehend it, and then move to application? Because that's real life. So the Spaulding Day School is about teaching strategies that they will use the rest of their life, because we're always learning. You start a new job, you have to learn. We're doing an incredible video today, all the learning that had to go on to put this production together, right? That we're using all the strategies that we teach in the Spaulding Day School.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. When I was memorizing all that myology, histology, cytology, osteology, all the ologies, I learned that I do better when I start at the end of the textbook.
That's exactly where you start.
Rather than start at the beginning saying, okay, so your muscle is made of sarcomeres and blah, blah. It's like what they give, I read the last page and realize I don't recognize what the precentral gyrus is. What is that? And so then I back up a step. Okay, so the precentral gyrus does this action in your body. Okay, what? And then you finally get to page 1, but you solve the questions just as you say.
Yeah.
And then what ends up happening is you understand the material. It's a deep level of, it goes beyond knowing and recollection.
Yeah, recollection.
Yes.
Most students that write a final exam for anything, you ask them the next week, very unlikely they'll be able to recall it. Right? It's very surface, just like cramming for an exam. You might remember a couple things, but did you actually learn it? So what we like to do at the Spaulding Day School is intrinsic motivation to learn. So why do we want to learn that? So you ask about a ladybug. Why do you want to learn about a ladybug? Like what can we learn about ladybugs? They're really cool looking. Yeah, they are. And then go from there and keep asking questions.
Absolutely.
And really that intrinsic motivation of learning will inspire students to be engaged and stay engaged in learning. Yeah.
One thing I often get asked by parents looking at joining the school is, how do you